San, it's a dude. This is like look at this, a finger licking good dating simulator. Guys, if you can tweet it out, if you can't tweet it out, it's cool. I'm trying to find ways to get people in here. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to hit that target of the followers. Can I do it? It's on. I'm hyped. Alright. Alright, let's go. New game. Hope it's not too loud. Oh, chicken! I like chicken. Or you can just retweet. It's all good. Oh, there we go. 5 new messages. There we go. Alright, give me a second. Let me read all this. I'm going to be reading a lot tonight. Alright. Okay, guys, hit it up with a retweet. If you see it on Facebook, hit it up with a retweet. Write something, whatever. You sleep softly as the morning sun casts a warm glow through the window of your modest student apartment. The world is peaceful and serene. You could stay in the moment forever. Or you could wait. Whoa, wait, hold on. You slept through the whole school year and gave up on the once in a lifetime opportunity to meet Constance. Okay. 1 minute. That is super flipping loud though, isn't it? Jesus. Alright, we're doing that again because I actually wanted to throw that guy down thing. Alright, let's try that again. Sorry. Listen, I'm a ladies' magnet, man. I'm gonna get that Colonel Sanders. You sleep softly as the morning sun casts a warm glow through. Wait, let me. Jesus, I've got to move myself, don't I? I've got to move myself maybe up here. Maybe up here. Is that cool? Yeah, that's a good idea. All right. You sleep as the morning sun casts a warm glow through the window of your modest student apartment. The world is peaceful and serene. You could stay in that moment forever. Or you could wake up. Now. Your first day of culinary school is no time to sleep in. Smack that clock. Up and get 'em. Lying in bed, you stare at the ceiling thinking about everything that awaits you at the prestigious University of Cooking School Academy of Learning. Your mind begins to wander. Who will be there? What will you cook? What should you wear? Time begins to fly by and you find your imagination getting away from you. I'd better make sure to arrive prepared for the first day. You bust through your morning checklist, teeth brushed, hair combed, pits deodorized. Nothing can stop you now. You confidently grab a biscuit, strut out the door, and head off to class. Just what you needed to get your blood flowing. Standing in the quad, you gaze upon the magnificent University of Cooking School Academy of Learning. Here comes your lifelong best friend, forever, Miriam. Oh, she's the most adorably awkward person you've ever met, and you absolutely love her for it. Good morning, pervy sage time. They forgot that KFC gravy. It's true, they did. Hey, they might add it though. Good morning, pervy sage time. Are you excited for the first day of the rest of your lives? Actually, because I'm sure am excited, a little nervous, okay, a lot of nervous. What the? It's just that this morning I made breakfast for myself, but well, when I ate it, I couldn't taste any love in the food. What if I'm no good? What if I fail? Classic Miriam, raised by Master Chef parents, she's always held herself to be very high standard. Ever since we were little babies playing together and you rescued me from that quicksand box, it's been clear to me that you're the most loving, caring person I know. You're going to do great. But with the University of Cooking School Academy for Learning's famous 3-day only semester, I'm afraid of being left behind and never catching up. A sweet girl, Miriam has always had a flair for the dramatic. This summer, she got so nervous about her first kiss that she chipped her tooth practicing on a mannequin. Just put some love nectar in that food. I love some of that love nectar. Should you pep talk her or change the subject to give her some relief? Pep talk your best friend. Remember last month, right? When we saw that fortune teller and our tarot cards read? The lady with the mask who gave me nightmares, I've been trying to forget. I know she looked spooked, but she was so sweet, and she told you what you were destined for great things. Remember that card with the fancy looking tower and that other card featuring the handsome fellow in the red suit? I've been waiting for so long to meet a handsome fellow I could call my own. And I'm sure you will soon. In no time, we'll be graduating and you'll be delighting the world with your heartfelt cooking in no time at all. As you talk Miriam up, you can feel her nerves begin to ease. You know what? Maybe everything will be okay after all. And if not, at least I have these killer bangs. Can you believe I cut them myself? You can definitely believe it. I cannot believe it. Before you can get another word out, you're rudely interrupted when someone smacks your books and custom engraved measuring spoons out of your hands and onto the ground. Hey! It's Ashley, your arch rival. She's totally evil. But you can't help but be filled with jealousy. She can get anything she wants, and she knows it. Hello, Ashley. Oh, I didn't see you there, chicken shins. You leave Pervy Sage shins alone. They are perfectly normal shins. You can't stand Ashley. Even her name is annoying. You know for a fact that it's actually Ashley, but she had to add extra letters to make her extra to feel better than everyone. If anyone here knows what perfect shins looks like, it's us. We're not going to let you or your really weird insults get to us. Hey, Lady Wanderlust. Across the quad, you see Ashley's best friend, Van, the man, has stopped to look at his own reflection in the mirror. His pants are so tight, you can see him casually working out his glutes while he styles his hair. No lie, they're rocking glutes. I literally saw it today and literally last night, and I was like, do I want to play sim like dating games? And everyone's like, your name's Pervy Sage Time. You kind of have to. I was like, touche. I'll definitely try it out. Ashley, Van? You rang? You've never been sure what their arrangements is, but as long as you've known them, Ashley and Van have been just as close as you and Mariam, but substantially more devious. I appreciate it, Lady Wanderlust. Thank you so much. God, this game is making me really turn into a weeb. Wait. It's Andy. It's my boy. Pervy Sage Time, that's me. I can't believe that University of Cooking School Academy for Learning would ever allow people like you to attend as students. I know, right? You'd think they just hand us our diplomas now. Or maybe hire us professors. You amateurs could learn a lot from us. With the first day of school about to start, there's just not time to properly tell these two off, so you resist the urge. Let's go, Mariam. Push. See you later, losers. As you approach the door, you see a goofy-looking kid pushing hard against the window directly next to it. I can't make that sound. It jugs, isn't it? Oopsie. Wait. Oopsie. I think it's broken. You reach forward and easily pull the door open. That should do the trick. I love you. I think you mean thank you? My name is Pop. I was named after my Pop. He's old. Could someone like this also be a student at the school? He must be one heck of a chef. Also, his name tag clearly says Bob, but I guess he's reading it upside down. Hi, Pop. I'm Pervy Sage Time. So, are you gonna make me hold this door all day? Nope. And with that, the young man walks into the building ahead of you. Is it just me, or is he kinda cute? I think it's just you. You both shrug your shoulders before following him into the building. 100% jugs? Lol. You stand at the edge of the room, unsure where to sit. Other students wander in and keep themselves busy chit-chatting. What? A scruffy-looking pooch takes his place at the podium at the front of the class. Adorable!
Now, quiet down, everybody.
Who is this unreasonably cute pup, and why is he in our culinary class? You must be Sprinkles, head instructor and CEO of UCS.
Please, call me Professor Dog. I may be cute and little and fluffy, but I still demand respect. Woof!
What a cute dog is our professor. This is the best school ever, I guess. Only a dog's nose is capable of picking up all the nonsense of fine dining. Out of nowhere, wind begins to rush around you as a swirl of cherry blossom petals fill the air inside the classroom. I'm chilly. Someone close the window. And then he walks in. You're immediately swept up in the aura of this new student and his remarkable goatee. Who knew anyone could be so handsome? Time stands still. It's him. It's...
If it's my favorite student, Howland.
Colonel Sanders interrupts Sprinkles. Sorry, Professor Dog. Before he can finish his sentence, please, call me Colonel. Colonel Sanders. A hushed murmur rolls through the classroom as Colonel Sanders walks down the aisle of desks. Suddenly, the room is sweltering. Sweat begins to bead across your brow. You feel like everyone is looking at you and you're not entirely wrong. And this is over here must be sweaty, sweats a lot.
Maybe we should open the window back up before Fonspitz melts into a puddle and evaporates entirely.
Hold on just a second. Nobody talks to my friend like that. You two both know my name. We were in the same kindergarten class, and what is with all your really weird insults? Besides, when Presage time sweats, it's not gross. It's beautiful. Look at that shimmer. You take a moment to clean yourself. Jesus, what am I playing? It's a good thing you didn't forget about that deodorant this morning. This classroom is hot, hot, hot. Professor Dog steps in to settle the class down and set some ground rules.
Welcome to the University of Cooking School. Academy for learning, the greatest culinary academy in the world. The birthplace of culinary, legends past, present, and future. Many challenges await you. There will be tears, there will be blood, there might even be really adorable tiny food. Cute doggy chef, I like dogs. This is a cute pooch. Damn, that shimmer though. You know that shimmer's hot though. Fly, fly. And when all is said and done, there will be a battle. You will lift your sports and compete in the broom cooking arena. Just then, another student enters the classroom and interrupts. I'm not gonna lie, I'm so losing these, I'm trying to think about words, I don't know, it's like, I don't even, I'm trying to do, different kind of accents for them. Not accents, but, I don't know, what's the word? I'm trying to find different, words are hard. Yeah, words are definitely hard, but what's that word called? When you're trying to find different words for each character. Voices. Oh, man. Thanks, Mr. Duro. No, it's not. Okay. So I'm trying to do different voices, and I guarantee you, I'm slowly getting to this pooch, and he's sounding like Kermit the Frog every time. Hi, guys. Sorry I'm late. I hope everyone's had a good summer. I really miss... Quiet! Late to class is bad enough, but interrupting my monologue, you're on the fast track of out of here, young man. Are you sure you're even in the right place?
Don't you recognize me? This is my third year in the school as my teacher. Everyone stares at him blankly. Does no one remember me?
You're expelled if you utter one more word before I finish. Let that be a lesson to you, students. That tardiness is unacceptable. Even Clark made it here on time, rolling halfway across town on his tiny wheels.
You turn to see the student Sprinkles is referencing who appears to be some sort of industrial kitchen appliance. The class bursts into laughter.
Oh, Clank, you rascal.
Sprinkle walks in the classroom as everyone stands in silent obedience. When he gets to you, he lifts his nose into the air and takes a deep sniff.
Your diet is lacking. Based on what I'm picking up here, you definitely need a multivitamin. You should be taking better care of yourself.
You've never had a talking dog as a teacher before, but Sprinkle's reputation for being smart but tough is well known. You decide to try and butter him up by giving him a treat from your pocket. But what kind? How the hell do you have these in your pocket? Why do I have these in my pocket? Giggity, a big sniff. Smells good. What should I give him? Beef? I think I should give him chicken because this is about KFC, right? Or should I give him beef? Wait, did you say vitamin? Yeah. I don't know why he's vitamins. He's a robot. What should I pick? Should I pick chicken? Or should I pick rubber ball or beef? What would you guys pick? I don't even know. I'm like stuck. I'm like, what would you guys pick? What would you guys pick? What would you guys pick? Would you guys chicken? Bitches love chicken. All right, chicken. You reach between your apron and return with a chicken snack in your hand. Sprinkle's eyes go wide as he locks into it. His favorite. Well done, Mr. Duriel. You did good there. His favorite.
Well, I think there might be some competition for a new star student.
The furry professor immediately devours the snack, leaving your hand slick with a coating of warm doggy drool. You see the other students eyeing you jealously, but pay no mind to them. If they wanted to succeed in life, they should have learned the importance. Should I pre-order the new COD? It's up to you, bro. I kind of like was 50-50 on it. If they wanted to succeed in life, they should have learned the importance of carrying a range of dog treat flavors on them at all times. It's up to you though, Plasma. Again, welcome, bro. Appreciate you coming in. COD is like, for me, I played quite a few of it. I liked it, but I don't know. It didn't do anything for me. Yeah, same. I'm like 50-50 on it. Like right now, I'm playing Apex Legends a lot. I'm only playing this for a bit because I wanted to just chill before I play some Apex. And I hate playing with randoms now because I'm playing with tons of randoms and I'm so bad at the game. And they get angry at me, so I gave up. I was like, no, stop it. You're hurting my feelings. And I didn't want to hurt my feelings. My feelings are dead. I'm playing COD Mobile. Dude, COD Mobile, I've won every single time. I swear they're bots. I swear they're bots. I'll play with you. If you guys want to play after this, I'm up for it, man. Interesting. Haven't tried the mobile. It's so easy. It's super easy. They're bots. If they're players, I guarantee you I could be a professional. Have you? Yeah, I played the BR. It's easy. Yeah, they're bots. Yeah, I thought they're bots because I killed I was destroying. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna say this honestly. PUBG Mobile, I play that a lot. I find that much harder than like COD. Ranked is all people. Yeah, it's just like you should try PUBG Mobile. I think they're offering me something as well. I don't know. They're gonna email me. As soon as they email me, maybe I'll download the mobile this week just to test out. The mobile's quite good, but PUBG is really good right now. I know they're doing some stuff with streamers as well. So if you're a streamer and you do want to play PUBG and stuff like that, just message me. And as soon as so I have you on the side. So when they send me an email or anything, because they're doing stuff with streamers, when I met them at TwitchCon, they took my number and details and my email, and they said they'll message me during the week when they come back. So, hey. PUBG. Settle down, young chefs. Take your seats and prepare to have your minds open to the amazing possibilities of culinary creation. Hey, baby. You remind me of a Pikachu. You're shockingly attractive. Is there any chance I can slither into your chamber of secrets? Do you know I speak parcel tongue? Whoa, where am I going with this? Anyway, as everyone rushes to claim their favorite seats, you're left standing at the front of the room. Only 2 options remain. Hi, Privy Sage time. There's still a seat here. It seems that no one has... Sorry, this is Colonel Sanders. What kind of voice is that? It seems that no one has claimed this seat next to me if you're interested. Oh, fuck this shit. Oh, they already got me on the hard part right now. 2 good options, but which will you... Guys, I'm stuck on this one. I'm not gonna lie. Would I sit with the hot Colonel Sanders? Alright? Or would I sit with my best friend that I've known since kindergarten? Oh, Jesus. I feel like you have to pick in the end of the day, but... I don't know. I want to go with my kindergarten friend. But I know if I go with Colonel Sanders, I'm getting that secret recipe. Who else? No one. I don't think anybody else. I think they kind of both asked in the same time. Like, Colonel Sanders is Colonel Sanders. You know what I'm saying? Look at him. He's like, look at him. He's blinking and everything. Okay, the fact that he's blinking kind of creeps me out. But, because it's a game and he blink. What? But like, I don't know, man. Who would you pick? Would I pick Colonel Sanders or would I pick to sit... Jesus. Scared the crap out of me there. Jesus, who was that? 1 second. Hello? What's that? Okay, good. I'm glad to hear that. Jump on the stream, okay? I'm streaming right now, yeah. Jesus. Just speak to your bank. That should sort that out for you, bro. No. That's fine, bro. It's probably a mistake. But look, jump onto my stream, okay? Yep. I love you too, bro. I'm always gonna be there for you. Get some rest, okay? Much love. Much love, bro. Ow. Yeah, a friend of mine was just feeling ill, so I called him recently and I was saying, if you ever need me, just call me. So, he's doing okay. My friend's doing good. Alright. I'm gonna pick it. You move to take a seat with Miriam. I'm so glad to have you near me to support me through this class. Of course. You're my best friend. Who else would I sit by? I stared at Colonel. Colonel Sanders, he is such a magnetic personality. And there's a seat open right next to him. If you had sat there, you might have gotten to know him a little better. You son of a... I never sacrifice our friendship. But besides... Well, that's me. This is my voice. I'm mixing up voices now. I never sacrifice our friend... Jesus, okay. Yeah? Wait. I'd never sacrifice our friendship. Besides, I'm sure I'll get a chance to talk to him later in the semester. I've got 3 whole days. That's like a lifetime. So you say, but now that Miriam mentioned it, the Colonel said you're just so darn dreamy. Yeah, literally. As soon as you've settled into your seat, the professor makes an announcement. Think fast. It's time for a pop quiz. Yay! A quiz about me? This is... What the fuck? Jesus. This incredibly important and surprisingly short quiz will tell me if you are ready for life at culinary school. Who's this? Keep your knives sharp and your focus sharper. Here comes question 1. What? There's actually a quiz? I got to do a quiz? If a train A is traveling to point B and train B is traveling to point A, how important is it to wash your hands before cooking? Huh? Streamy looking at you. Streamy looking. I'm so confused. If train A is traveling to point B and train B is extremely, right? Extremely, yeah. That's right. Okay, good. We're good at this. Forest is to tree as chicken is to feather? That's right. What is the most efficient eating utensil ever created? That's right. I'm good at this. What food is the best for a broken heart? For me, it's ice cream. camel meat, a pancake that looks like a silly face. Anything as long as it's prepared with love and not too much salt. That's mine. That's right. Is Sprinkles a good boy? That's right, I knew that. Hey, just pick anything, isn't it? Perfect score, 5 out of 5. What? Wow, be honest, did you cheat? That's literally me. Like, I've been only in... I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I'm really bad at flirting. Okay? I'm really bad at flirting. I can't talk to a girl because I get nervous. Okay? And I start talking about Pokemon or Digimon. And my chat up lines don't work. And when I met a girl one time, went into a bar with my friend Andy. He should be in the chat somewhere. I go up to them and I say, hey, polar bears. And they're like, excuse me? And I'm like, hey, I just broke the ice. And we chat. And then they walk away. But it's because of one thing. People in the chat know this. Some people do, some people don't. But I'm a twerking champion. In 2015, I entered a tournament for twerking. I came first. There is some clips of me twerking at the Bang in TwitchCon. I did really well, I think. Digimon, Digital Monsters. And one time a girl, okay, a couple of times, guys, and I haven't learned my lesson and I need to stop doing it. You know when you're in a club and that nice music comes in? That nice music, that grinding music, you know? And a girl's there and she's doing a thing, you know, just like do-do-do, do-do-do, do-do-do. And there's me, you know, and they're doing their thing and I'm just like, oh my god, she's doing it wrong. She's doing it wrong. And I do this every time and I haven't learnt my lesson. I'll be like, hey, can I show you something? And I will go in front of her and I'll do it instead. And I'll be like, well, if you move your hips like this, guaranteed the guy will be much pleased. And then they automatically go, are you into girls? And I'm like, yeah. And she goes, then how come you're telling me how to grind on a guy? I was like, well, no, this is how I like it. Like, and she's like, well, I'm just dancing. And I'm like, okay, sorry. This is awkward. And they would go away. And I'd be there, just like confused, going, what have I done? And it's happened a couple of times. There was only one time that it was really bad. I went up to a girl. She was literally, oh my god, she was on a pole. We had a pole in this club thing. And it's not a pole you can just jump on. It's just a pole there, right? And people were just, you know, jumping on it, you know, doing their thing. And this girl was like, oh my god. She was like moving her body, but it was like this. Like that. And I wanted her to just go like this, you know. I wanted her to, you know, feel the rhythm, feel the rhyme, feel the you know, just feel the music, you know. And I went up to her, I was like, hey girl. And she's like, hey. And I was like, I actually went like this. I was like, hey, can I show you something? And she's like, yeah, okay. And in my head, I was like, what am I doing? I went on a pole and I literally was like, boom. Like, I was literally like, this is how you do it. Slide in, you know what I'm saying? Move around, feel the music. She goes, oh my god, okay, all right, yeah, go on, go boy, go. And then I started like really, you know when people cheer you on, yeah, you know it's all about the bobsled time, but when people cheer you on, you get hyped up, so you start doing stuff like you don't even want to do. You're in a club and you're like, wait, you're in a club and you're just like, yeah, yeah, you like that, Finds a stream and hears you talking about her. Hey, there was a few of them. And I guarantee you all of them were the same. If she does, hit me up with that follow. All love. Remember, but hey, if she ever sees this, I hope you're happy. I hope you found the right man for you. I hope the dances are doing good. And remember, don't shake the booty. Shake your body first, and your booty will follow. That's what I'm saying. But it's all about literally, if you're feeling the music. I love music. I love music, and I love to dance. I mean, I can body pop, I can bop, lock, drop, hit hot, I can slut drop, I can do the splits. You know, I just love dance so much. And when I see someone that has so much potential, she had potential. Fair enough, she was drunk off her face, but I saw potential in it. Hey, Sonic, how you doing, bro? She had potential, and I thought she had potential. And I still think she has potential. I guarantee her dance moves could probably get her married. Guaranteed a guy would fall in love with her dance moves if she only moved her body in sync with the music, but the way she did it. Fair enough, I shouldn't be talking about people's dances. I should let them dance and enjoy themselves. But she was flirting. You know, she was flirting with her dance moves. And I was like, I guarantee you, you would be able to pick someone up. Dance is skill. It's so true. I haven't lost any weight because of dancing, which is really weird. I should have lost a ton of weight. I don't know why. I'm like, when people go to me, hey, you should get into shape. I'm like, circle is a shape, because I'm a circle. And when a circle dances, it's what that's my problem. I love energy drinks and I love pizza and I love ice cream. But I do work out. I have been to a gym. They had a vending machine. Okay? That wasn't me, that was someone outside calling me. They had a vending machine. And it had cheesecakes, guys. Cheesecakes in the vending machine. But these were like gluten-free, healthy cheesecakes in there. So I had to go in there. I had to go to this gym. It was the only one serving. I'm a big fan of cheesecake. A massive fan. And I was really into it. So yeah. So I was like, okay, let me try it out. And it was so good. Every Friday I would go to the gym. Just for the vending machine. And that was about it. But back to the story about the girl. She was dancing. Look, in the end of the day, I've learned my lesson now. If I'm at a party and a girl is grinding at me... Poochie, are you okay? Okay, okay. Poochie's good. If a girl's grinding at me, I'm just going to let them do the thing. And then after that, I'll probably be like, yo, it's all good. Uni. Good. Just finished another storyline of Shadow the Hedgehog, the neutral ending. Where you do the final? Hey, well done, bro. I approve. Nice. Hope you finish it though. So yeah. Let me put that on here. Also, late story is now unlocked. I.e., Last Way, Double Doom. Ooh. Wait, then how come you didn't get cheesecake at the Cheesecake Factory? I'm gonna be honest with you. I was so full because remember I ate before that. And then when we went to the Cheesecake Factory, I ate again. Like, when I went out in San Diego, we went to, like, a few places. I had lemon cheesecake, and then I had strawberry cheesecake. So I did eat a lot. I love cheesecake, bro. Like, cheesecake's it's like my go-to food. And when I'm really down, when I got hurt, and when I'm upset, I'd eat a cheesecake with a Ben & Jerry's cookie and dough ice cream. That's my thing. That's my go-to thing. And I will sit there, and I'd watch Netflix. Has you know who said anything to you? Yeah, man. He's cool. We've all talked. Everyone's talked, man. It's all good. Nope. Still need to do every of the remaining paths out of 326. You'll do it, Sonic. You'll do it. But the girl, by the way, like, I don't have them. I never got their numbers or anything like that. But in the end of the day, everyone's doing their thing. I mean, I'm always up for a party. Like, I had girlfriends before, guys. It's not like this, face of horror has never been out with a girl. I have dated a girls. In like my whole life. But of course, they found other guys while they were with me. I appreciate it, lady. I hope you enjoy your lunch. Get that cheesecake. And they found other guys while being with me, but you know what? Cheesecake helped me achieve greatness. Hey, Midnight. Hey, Spectrum. How you doing, bro? Alright, we're gonna carry on with the game. Well, be honest, did you cheat? You look up to see that Colonel Sanders has been watching you tally your score, and he's impressed. Colonel Sanders is into me, guys. I know we just met, but I have to confess. I think you have a beautiful brain. Ooh, he wants me. Colonel Sanders wants me. Hot diggity, perfect stage time. You just scored some major Colonel Sanders points with that performance. He likes me, yeah. May I have your attention, students? I have an important announcement to make. He wants the chicken. Oh, yeah, he does. Time for lunch. Wow. This cafeteria is as nice as any restaurant you've ever eaten at. It makes sense that a school dedicated to cooking would also be serious about eating. A delicious fragrance wafts through the room and tickles the end of your nose. Your mouth waters. Do you smell that? There must be our lunch. It smells crazy good. Everyone, can I have your attention? Is it about lunch? No, I just wanted to apologize for my tardiness. You see, Howdy, folks. I'd like to make an announcement. Hey, It's about lunch. Everyone, Cheers. Hooray! But Shh. Lunch, lunch, lunch. She said shush. In honor of the new semester, I have prepared something special to share with everyone for lunch. There must be the smell I smelled. Indeed, that smell. You hold your breath, waiting to see what food this mysterious student has created. You've heard that he's very talented, but where the rumor's true is this. Colonel Saunders lifts a large bucket above his head. A content glimmer in the lights. Piled high are huge pieces of chicken breaded and fried to a crispy, golden finish. The aroma of envelopes you and you begin to feel warm and safe. Colonel Saunders has filled a bucket with chicken. What a novel concept. Your stomach begins to grumble as if to say, stop thinking and start eating. For years I have been developing a secret recipe for the perfect fried chicken. But my calculations, nothing less than 11 herbs and spices, are required to achieve the perfect balance of flavors. You look around and notice that every other student has a pen and paper and is scribbling notes as fast as they can. But that's all I say about that. What do you think? You want your stupid secret recipe, dude? Nah, my dude, nah. I'm just drafting a last will and testament in case one of you, those ingredients is poison. Got him. He looks around nervously to see if anyone else is laughing at his sick burn. You wait to see what zinger Ashley has prepared to follow up, but she suddenly takes a different approach. Yeah, and I was like writing in my diary. Dear diary, today I smelled something beautiful. I knew at that moment the only hands of a true gentleman could fry chicken so tender. You see her body language from bitter and evil to sweet and innocent. As she slides closer to Colonel Saunders, she realizes that he is destined for greatness and fame. With cooking skills like this, she wants him all to herself. Oh, please. Well, Van, the man, if you don't want any, I'll take his. I know I love food, but goddamn. Whoa. Hold on, I guess I'll try. He takes one bite and his eyes grew wide. He starts contorting his face as he tries to hold in his pure exhilaration and act unimpressed. Easy now. There is enough for everyone. Please, my fellow classmates, dig in. You take one of the pieces of fried chicken out of the bucket and sink your teeth into it. It's amazing. Tasting Colonel Saunders' food transports you to another dimension. Alone with your taste buds, gripping a drumstick in your hand, you float weightlessly. Focus on my method. The flavors in your mouth are beautiful, pure, heavenly. What a guy. Alone with the flavors, you feel something that can only be described as love for a man, for a flavor. Are they the same? After tasting his food, you try to get some one-on-one time with Colonel Saunders. I hope this isn't TOS in the end. I'm just in case. I hope not. I beg not. I don't. Please don't. I don't know how to flipping change this screen so quickly. It's not. Okay, thank God. Because I don't even know. I replayed it through. Okay, cool, thank you. Oh, my heart was skipping. Colonel Saunders smiles ever so softly as you approach. He stops what he's doing and allows you to break the silence. Colonel, I wondered if I could talk to you for a second. Anything for a fellow chef. What exactly was on that chicken? How bold to come out and ask. It's an idea I had, a new combination of flavors that will make me my fortune and establish my legacy for all time as I open a chain of highly successful fried chicken restaurants. No big deal. It's just you and me here talking. I can keep a secret. In fact, I got some of my own that I'd be willing to trade. What's the rush? The semester's only getting started. We've got 2 more whole days to get to know each other. He's clearly not going to give it up easily, but it doesn't hurt to be persistent. You know what they say about secrets, Colonel? Shouldn't learning be fun? You've got some moxie, I'll give you that. Colonel Sanders looks both ways to make sure you're truly alone and then leans in. You can feel his warm breath as he whispers. Just one ingredient, but you can't tell. I use sprinkles. I use sprinkles. It's something my great-grandmother taught me. Sprinkles? Wow! You've never have guessed that. In fact, you're not even sure where you'd get some if you searched. While you're wrapped up in that huge revelation, you notice that Colonel Sanders has disappeared. While everyone else in that is still in that cafeteria, you decide to look for him. You find Colonel Sanders outside, standing in the quad. Oh, it's you again. Howdy. Sometimes I like to come outside and look at the school buildings. I think about how my story will continue on after I've graduated. It sounds like you have big plans. I dare say the biggest I will leave my mark on this world. You can bet on that. Alone together for the first time, you figure now is the perfect moment to show your personality to him. No, I wouldn't want to add another secret ingredient. Be modest but thoughtful. Well, I just wanted to tell you that I really enjoyed your food. Now you've got his intention. What? I got game. The flavors were complex but comforting. The interplay between salty, savory, and peppery, it was perfect. I appreciate the compliment, Pervy Sage Time. I'm sure you'll be a big success. I know we've only met today, but I'm starting to get the same feeling about you. We should head back inside. The next lesson starts soon. You step into the massive cooking arena where the afternoon lessons will take place. Each student gets an oven and all the tools and ingredients they could need. Look at this place. It's magnificent. Finally, we get to show our stuff. Wait a second. Oh no, we have to show our stuff? What if I totally blow it? You're not going to blow anything, except maybe kisses to the crowd of fans you're going to earn with your signature adorable tiny food creations.
Welcome, students, to the cooking arena. For today's lesson, we'll be cooking with partners. Hurry up and pair off.
I'm gonna be a dick, aren't I? Naturally, Miriam looks over at you, but unable to control yourself, you pounce on Colonel Sanders. You got this though, Mr. Durrell. You got this. End that game. Hey, Colonel, would you like to tackle this lesson as a team? A team of 2, that is me and you, if that wasn't clear. Want to be my partner? I've already got one? Okay, bro, you already got a dub for me. You got that for me. That was for me, I feel it. It was for me. Sure, Privy Stage Time. I'll prepare our station. Without you as a partner, Miriam is left standing all alone. 2 different students quickly take notice. Hello, new partner. Beep bop. Oh my, 2 potential partners? I'm so sorry, gentlemen, but I don't know who to choose. It looks like you'll have to pick for her. Friend duties can be a little awkward, but that's the price you pay for not being alone. Forever. Who do you want to ask to be Marina's partner? It's gotta be Pop, man. Sorry, Clank, but I think Miriam will be partnering with Pop today. Pop gives a big smile as he steps up to the same station as Miriam. I'm a chef. He reminds me of like Ralph Wiggum. He holds up a banana and says, without peeling it, proudly eats the entire thing. What the fuck? It's disconcerting, but Miriam is too kind to act grossed out. I love your enthusiasm, Pop. She looks at you like, really? This kid? But it's too late to change your choice now. What do you mean? Now, did you want a flipping robot? Now it's time to focus on your own cooking classwork. Alright, you two, for today's lesson, we're going to keep it simple. Pick a basic dish and divide up the steps. No chef is an island. It takes 2 flints to make a fire. You get the idea? Which dish do you suggest to your partner? Hey, what's your TV? How you doing? Alright, Mr. Duro. Okay, what would I go for? I think steak tartare seems very easy enough. It's fancy and you don't even need to cook it. Using octopus will blow Colonel Sanders' mind. I'm not gonna lie though, your grandmother's mashed potatoes and gravy. That's my choice. But I know using octopus will blow Colonel Sanders' mind. Oh, thank you, Luna, for the host. I appreciate it. Thanks so much. Much love. Thank you. I'm gonna use octopus. I'll think about something. Careless whisper. Love that. I was thinking about trying something exotic. Maybe a dish that incorporates octopus. Appreciate the love, guys. Thank you. Mwah. I'm more of a down-home type of chef myself. What kind? Fuck's sake. I actually wanted the gravy and the mash. I wanted to impress you, Sanders. Jesus, I want you to be my finger licking good kind of guy. Anyway, actually there are certain species of octopus that do leave the water. For instance, have you heard of I haven't even heard of this goddamn octopus. Abdocopus aculutus. It leaves the water to hunt for crab. An octopus that walks upright and hunts crabs? Now I've heard everything. Octopus? Crab? It sounds like you're describing one of my signature dishes. Are you trying to steal my thunder? Boys. What's with all the hostility? Has the competition been moved up today? How dare you try and muscle in my culinary territory? Nobody better touch a cephalopod without going through me first. I think there's been a misunderstanding. Nobody's muscling in on any mole. Jesus, these words are big. Mollusks. We were simply discussing today's assignment. You could cut the tension in here with a chef's knife. Which makes sense because chef's knives are usually pretty sharp. Look, we were just talking. I'll happily step back from any and all seafood. I knew I should pick grandmother's goddamn thing. You know what? I'm just gonna make mashed potato. Why? I was gonna pick that in the beginning. I was actually gonna pick that in the beginning. I just flipped up, man. Now look at Colonel Sanders' face. He's still looking at me though. What's good, boy? I know my grandmother's recipe by heart. Keep the tentacles. You begin to peel and boil potatoes and try to extricate yourself from this thorny situation, but your new rivals aren't having it. I doubt that you even have the capabilities to work with ingredients so delicate. You should probably stick to microwavable dishes. Unlike my friend Van, though he may be the man, I have no doubts whatsoever about Colonel Sanders' ability to concoct creations worth admiration. After all, your fried chicken was quite spectacular. But, Colonel, if you ask me, I might make a better partner for you than this thing that has positioned itself at your station. Don't you feel deep down that we cast complementary shadows? We fit together like a thigh and a drumstick. It just makes sense. Nothing about this makes any sense, but one thing is clear. She's coming for Colonel if you don't watch it. Watch out. And if Pervy Stage Time and Van are both so inclined to the sea, perhaps they should go there together. Ashley, are you suggesting I share the secrets of my special saltwater sauce with this novice? I'm disappointed in all of you. Ashley is really going at you hard. You need to ask for some backup here before things get ugly. You turn to Miriam, and as soon as you find her, she senses it and looks back. This girl's friend in need Radar is second to none. She immediately comes running over. Is somebody threatening my friend? I will destroy them. I actually think that Ashley and Van Van were just leaving. Leaving you in the dust? Vis-a-vis my skills as a chef? Perhaps but stepping away from this competition, are you sorely mistaken? Mariam, your loyal friend? But Perry Sagetime is my partner for today's activity. You look for Sprinkles, in hopes that he might step in, but he's nowhere to be found. Darn those cute corgis and their short but sturdy stature. You look down at your station and realize that in the tension of the moment, your hands have been cooking on autopilot. Distracted by drama, you've already crushed the boiled potatoes into perfectly creamy mashed texture with plenty of butter and cream for flavor. Is as if your as natural passion guided you through the steps you know so well while your attention was elsewhere. I know just what to do. Colonel Sanders extends his hand. He's holding a beautiful white porcelain gravy boat out of which pours a smooth brown gravy, smothering your nearly finished potato dish. Oh, gravy flows down the mound of the mashed potatoes. The results look spectacular. Granny would be very proud. Colonel Sanders holds a spork out to you. You reach out and grab hold of it, but he doesn't immediately let go. The two of you stand holding the same spork, and for that small moment, all of the madness and pressure in this crazy world stops. Your eyes lock. The moment is electric. Time stands still. If you love something, set it free. Together, you dig the utensil into the mashed potatoes and lift a heaping sporkful up. When you see Ashley with a sinister look, you know she's plotting against you to be with Colonel Sanders. And then, filled with rage without thinking, you fling the sporkful of mashed potatoes right into Ashley's stupid, beautiful face. Van, do something! Do something! Scooping up a fingerful, Van tastes the dripping mashed potatoes and gravy and realizes that it's delicious. Horrified by this revelation, he slinks away. Will he ever be able to cook something with so much love and integrity? Hold on right there, Prairie Sage Time. We do not wait food in the broom cooking arena. Colonel Sanders, I expect better from you. If you throw one more spoonful, you better be prepared to eat it from wherever it lands. Can I as Potato Face? Van rushes back forever, a covered dish in his hand. Mashed potatoes with gravy, pathetic. In just a few minutes, I've prepared a full meal. Gaze upon my speciality. Braised tentacles of octopus in my silky saltwater sauce, plated on a battle axe blade forged by my supreme chef ancestors. You've ignored me for too long. That ends now. Oh, whoops. You've ignored me for too long. That ends now. It is I who will be the first bite, and you will look, all looking with envy. The interrupting students rush out Van and swipe a bite of his signature dish right off his plate. No, don't! Something about this dish doesn't strike my nose quite right. I think the octopus was rushed and may have turned into the process. The results could be toxic. Too late. It's been eaten. Van, I think I left something in the oven. I don't feel so good. It killed him! Everyone step back. Don't take another bite. When you look back at the plate, the rest of it was gone. You notice the tip of the tentacle being slurped up in Pop's mouth. Pop winces in pain for just a moment, then it was almost immediately back to his oblivious self. Oopsie! Tastes like poison. What? This is definitely Chief, like Ralph Wiggum. The entire class has gathered to watch Pop's final moments. Shock has frozen the whole crowd. They are motionless as a statue. The class bell rings, disrupting the moment and snapping everyone back to reality. It would appear that Pop's enthusiasm for trying new things despite obvious danger has insulated him against poisons of all kind. I'm not sure the professors here make enough money. Hello. I just turned into a ghost over here. Seeing that you're shaken up by that really annoying student and all his nonsense, Colonel Sanders approaches you. I'm sorry you had to go through that. Please, let me walk you home. What? Like for real? Oh, come on. You follow Colonel Sanders out of the room. At night, the school building has taken on another vibe entirely. It's dark and more than a little spooky. Colonel Sanders stands in the quad's neon glow and speaks softly. Those mashed potatoes you made in class today. Before you go on, I want you to know they're not a great representation of my skills. I didn't even realize I was making them. They were amazing. Tasting them, it reminded me of why I became so passionate about food to begin with. Colonel Sanders is getting choked up. Cooking is obviously important to him in a way that you find inspiring. Now might be the perfect time to tell him you're developing feelings for him. Colonel Sanders? Yes, Burby Sage time? There's something I need to tell you. Hold it right there. There's something I need to tell you first. Oh, jeez. You see, when I was just a boy, I had a dream that one day I would be the greatest chef in the world has ever seen. And every day since, I've been working towards that dream, day and night, never stopping, never resting, also lifting a lot of weights, like so many weights. We should follow our dreams with all our hearts, that our souls may grant them like wishes floating on a shooting star. Hey, no, you. Shut up. I'm the one here to say inspirational stuff and be the star of the story. Are we forgetting that your cooking literally killed the guy? You can't prove that. I also saw you kill that guy. What was his name? Somewhere in the distance you hear a long, sad sigh. Forget him. We're talking about me. Me. I'm the hero. The Spork Monster is here to fight a hero. I think I left the fridge door open later, nerds. How dare you threaten me, just as I was letting down my guard and connecting with another chef on an emotional level. Be afraid. Be very afraid of me, because I'm a monster, see? Is he rhyming on purpose, or is it just a coincidence? But before you can discuss syntax any further, it's a turn-based fight sequence. What will you do? Attack? You decide to go on the attack. Which attack will you use? Cook with Love? Cook with Love does 1 damage, but it just got real. That attack really upset Spork Monster. Spork Monster goes on the attack. They spit hot gravy at you. You take 1 damage. You decide to go on the attack. It worked last time, right? Cook with Love does 1 damage. Spork Monster won't forget this. Spork Monster is really feeling threatened by your attack. Spork Monster focuses their mash mind and draws in energy from the Mother Earth itself. They grow larger and more intimidating. How will you respond? Defend. You decide to defend. Which defense will you use? You hold your head between your hands and mutter, this is not happening. This is not happening. Spork Monster is not a quitter. Buffed up and ready to rumble. They go on the attack once again. Spork Monster uses utensils. You take 2 damage from the attack. If you take much more damage, you're not going to survive the battle. Attack. You decide to go on the attack. Cook with Love. Cook with Love does 1 damage. Spork Monster is oozing cheese sauce out onto the lawn of the quad. I wonder who is going to have to clean this up. Feeling vulnerable, Spork Monster prepares for his ultimate attack. Rounded edge. Vile villain, you reign of terror stops the here. Colonel Sanders summons the energy of 1,000 chickens. Pot pie, power pinch. Pot pie, power pinch does 10 damage. Spork Monster is defeated. You saved me. An injured Spork Monster spews steam into the night. You managed to tamp down your disgust at the sight of this gnarly beast long enough to realize that he is still a living creature with a pure soul who deserves your pity, not your wrath. Be gone, beast, and don't you dare come back for a follow-up encounter tomorrow. I won't forget this, and I certainly won't be back like you said. The Spork Monster scuttles off into the night. The defeated monster left behind a special item. It appears at first to be a cookbook, but upon closer inspection, it's so much more. It's a book of magic spells with a golden chicken on the cover. You open the cover and find a library card tucked inside. The last name to have signed it out is Borko. Borko. That name sounds strangely familiar. Your blood is pumping as you stand in the quiet of the night holding the mysterious book in your hands. As you come down from the battle buzz and you realize that your final attack has left you completely depleted, the world around you begins to fade away. Without any energy to keep your eyes open, darkness overtakes you. The image of Colonel Sanders flashes before your eyes as you fall asleep. He must have helped you get home. In your tired state, you don't know if you could have made it without him. What a guy. You want to thank him, but you don't have the strength to utter a single word. You feel your covers being pulled up over you as you are tucked in tightly. Good night, Mr. Colonel. In your dream... How the hell did he know where I lived? That's weird. How do you know where I live? Anyway. In your dream, you're together with Colonel Sanders for some reason. Sprinkles is also there instructing your love dreams are weird. Sleep, 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 sleep. You awake on day 2 and attempt to process the wild visions you had. Were they memories or premonitions? And then there was the secret ingredient that Colonel Sanders went ahead and told you outright. Not much of a secret, huh? It's probably just because he already trusts you so much. Sure. That makes sense. Well, we'll go with that. You meet up with your bestie in front of the school. Before you can tell her about the encounter with the spork monster, she launches into a story of her own. Okay, I know this might sound a little strange, but I think I might be, I think I might like Pop. Like him? Like? I know it sounds like it's moving too fast, but there's something about him I like him. I like him. We got to talking after class and he's actually a totally sweet guy. Not only that, but he's really smart. He told me all kinds of stories about Colonel Sanders. Did you know that Colonel Sanders enlisted in the army when he was only 3? Not only that, but he founded a special unit of super soldiers who all wear the same hats just because he puts on a hat on one time and thought it looked cool. But Colonel Sanders doesn't wear a hat. He wears a ribbon tie. Either way, maybe it'd be best if you took it slow with this new boy like I am with Colonel Sanders. You and Colonel Sanders, the coolest guy in school, the most famous student to ever attend University of Cooking School, Academy for Learning, you're a thing now? We kind of definitely connected yesterday. Sure you did. You're great. Why wouldn't he be into you, I guess? Laughing at the implication that you and Colonel Sanders might be a thing is definitely not cool. You are great. You have an idea about how to prove that your love is real. Well, if he's not into me, why did he tell me one of his secret ingredients? Your bestie lights up. Like what? A secret ingredient? Yeah, I just said that a secret ingredient is there. A dramatic echo in here. Miriam checks to make sure you're alone before continuing. So this summer, while I was on vacation with my family, a lovely man approached me in the botanical garden where I was wandering. This can't be good. He told me all about his passion for spices, secret spices. The man even gave me some to show me what he meant. He said it was a powder created from super duper rare dried flower petals, and that if I did him a big favor, I could have my own. Please, Miriam, don't tell me. So I filled my suitcase with them and brought them home. He was so nice, he even met me at the gate when I arrived later when I cooked with them. A very strange feeling came over me and the flavor was unlike anything I ever tasted. I think you're being very liberal with the meaning of spices here. Whatever, anyhow, we both share an interest in cooking, so we've stayed in touch, you know, like pen pals. I bet he would love to know more about new spices. Well, I'm definitely not supposed to share Colonel Sanders' secret recipe, and besides, I only know the one secret ingredient. I doubt it'd be much to use to anyone. Please, 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 it would mean the world to me. No one has to know it came from you or from Colonel Sanders. You quickly think of a fake ingredient name. I don't know. How about it was I've New? I know, sounds like something kind of a witch potion, but what can you do? I've New? Wow. Her eyes light up, imagining such a thing, and you figure that you've satisfied her curiosity, and she'll move on. However, she immediately turns around and does some typing on her phone that you can't quite see. That's probably not good. Before you can ask her to confirm that she was definitely not texting secrets to other people, you're interrupted. A wind rushes in. Cherry blossoms, petals fill the air. What the hell? The guy's riding on a horse? It's Colonel Sanders. He's arriving at school. Oh, this is difficult. I don't want to be that kind of guy that, runs to him. I want him to know that, I'm there. If he wants to come to me, he comes to me. I don't want to stand there and just look at the guy. I want him to I'll just run to him, man. You decide that the best way to show Miriam how serious you are and Colonel Sanders are would be to run to him. Surely he'll sweep you up on the back of his stallion and you'll ride away together. That'll show her good. Oh, Colonel. My Colonel. However, your sudden move surprised the horse and it rears up, kicking you directly in the face. The force of the blow completely knocks you out cold. Damn it! In the darkness, you see a vision. Ooh, Pervy Sage time. I'm here to deliver you a message. Oh, this guy. It is important that you remember this exactly as I say it. If you forget, the world could end. So you know it's serious. I have been trapped in a realm beyond, but a great prophecy relies on my return. Only you can save me. All you need to do is repeat my name 3 times. And that name is... But before he can continue, you suddenly awake. Oh, jeez. You awake to find Colonel Sanders tending to you. He roused you back to life with a satchel of secret spices, or is that just his natural seasoned musk? Ooh. Maybe he shouldn't be riding a horse to school, and maybe you shouldn't be running up to animals. You don't know. It's hard to say who was in the wrong here. I don't want to kiss him. The reason why, because, I don't want to be that kind of guy. Like, if you kiss him now, the game's over, It's like one of those things, you might lean away and it might get a little bit, tension being peeled. But if I run into him and give him a kiss, it's going to mess up the whole situation. So I thought maybe play it safe. We got 2 days to get to know the guy. You don't want to just go in straight away for a kiss, I'm too nervous to even go and kiss anybody. So, you got to be careful. That horse has beautiful shoes. I could really feel how smooth and sturdy they were when they were pressing into my face. That's nice to hear. No one truly appreciates good craftsmanship anymore. And with that, Colonel Sanders disappears into school, leaving you and Miriam to follow. When you enter the classroom, you can see your 2 rivals, Ashley and Van. Van are doing something bad, by the way. They're hiding. You know it must be really bad. Like counterfeiting recipes bad, experimenting with restricted ingredients bad, summoning a demon bad. You try and peek over Van hulking shoulder, but he sees you coming. Whoa there, little one. I'm not sure you're ready to handle this. Why don't you make like a bee and mind your own wax, honey? You sit near the rivals but leave your back turned to them. You even hear Van mutter something that sounds a bit like a magic spell. However, he noticed you eavesdropping. You try and cover your tracks and improvise an excuse. It's time for class, and you're distracting the rest of us who want to learn. Now you've upset them. Oh, and you're the emperor of cooking, are you? You make the rules. I'm not sure you know a good meal if it ate you. Being the best chef in the world takes more than just culinary skills. It takes creativity. It takes panache. And it doesn't hurt to use a little evil. You finally get a look at what it was they were hiding, and you instantly recognize it. It's a book just like the one you found after your encounter with the sport monster. That's the same book that I found last night in the quad. Ashley immediately elbows Van, who hides the book behind his back. I don't know what you're talking about. That book is a family heirloom, and it contains our secrets. You notice that they haven't just been studying the book. They've got Pop pinned to the wall, and they're tossing potato skins at him as he tries to catch them in his mouth. We're playing. Before you can dig in any further, you're interrupted by the arrival of more students. It's almost time for class. Beep, beep. Clank must be running late. He is in such a hurry that he rolls right over Van's meaty foot. Hey, watch it, you bucket of bolts. You watch how you talk to him. He didn't do anything. Who do you think you're talking to? I've never heard such a language, not even from a stand mixer.
No, your mother was a stand mixer.
Van Van jumps to attack Clank, but Clank shocks Van Van, sending him flying across the room. Protect me? Colonel Sanders, these crazed men are about to come to blows. I think it must be over me, but I'm not interested in either of them. Ashley's tone has completely changed in an instant. She bats her eyelash at Colonel Sanders. Surely he must know that this is a ruse, right?
Gentlemen, get a hold of yourselves. Save it for the arena, at least. Or don't. Honestly, what do I care? I've got lofty career aspirations to focus on.
Maybe I can help you with your business plans.
Just then, Sprinkle arrives to signal the true start of the class day. He's panting, which doesn't seem that abnormal. He's a professor, but he's also a dog. Whew. Students, please take your seats. I apologize for my late arrival. I spent the morning chasing a car all around town, and my tiny legs are very, very tired. But I'm here now, and I hope you're ready to learn.
Rub his furry dog belly. He loves it.
Sprinkle stops in his tracks and sniffs the air around you. Something has him in his trance. It's a scent left on you from Colonel Sanders. Sprinkle jumps on you and licks your face. Down, boy! Down! Offen! That command shouted by Colonel Sanders has snapped Sprinkles out of his trance, and I wonder what's up with that. Sorry, I got carried away. After he catches his breath, Sprinkles regains control of the classroom. Without further ado, we'll review the global history of my favorite fowl, the chicken. You want to pay attention to the lesson. Truly, you do. Which is why, in 1776, at the signing of the Declaration of Independence, it was a chicken who first signed their name. But you can't help but daydream about Colonel Sanders, and you miss most of the important parts. When you come to Sprinkles, it is holding a tray of food in front of you. Well, Pervy Sage time. Naturally, this appears to you to be a sample platter. Which item do you want to sample? You grab a glass of water and gulp it down. It's cool and crisp like the purest snow melted by the mountain spring. Hey, that was mine. It was from my favorite toilet. You owe me $6. And you've got excellent taste. You think to yourself, geez, I should pay attention. We all make mistakes. I'm sure he'll forgive you someday. Come on, it's time for lunch. Before anyone can relax, the cafeteria lights dim, and your rivals enter to make a dramatic announcement. Today's lunch will be prepared via time competitive cook-off. It's on, guys. We gotta do it. It's us. A bit of lunchtime competition, eh? Count me in. If I have to wipe the tables with you fools before I set my lunch down on it, then so be it. I'm not the fool. You're the fool. Good one, Van Van. I like your competition, Pervy Sage time. I'll be watching your performance. Just as things reach a boiling point, Sprinkle steps in. Surely he'll put a stop to this madness. Now, students, please settle down. This is a lunchroom, not a sports sin court. Finally, a little sense. You breathe a sigh of relief. At least not until we turn on the timer. Just then, a huge light blasts you in the face, flashing the word "timer ready." That's what I'm talking about. I stand corrected. The hard way builds solidly a foundation of confidence that cannot be swept away. And that's an original quote by me. In case anyone was wondering, I hope it's a message that lifts you to victory. Like a diamond, I was formed under pressure, and now it's my chance to shine. Jeez, this makes my mouth dry. I've already eaten and I'm getting more hungry. Just watching this. I will defeat you myself. You had his chicken, and now you made mashed potatoes and gravy on day one, and you're feeling like you can really impress him again here. It's time to boil some water for the potatoes. Think fast. If the timer runs down, you'll be forced to pick randomly. It always boils 100 seconds after you turn the heat on. That's right, but how would you have even gotten into the school without knowing that? Jesus, am I actually doing a quiz? When it gets to rub my furry
That's the incessant offer that motivates you. You're going to need to season this chicken before you cook it. You don't know Colonel Sanders' recipe exactly, but you have an idea. How many herbs and spices did he say he used? 7. That's wrong. Jesus. I forgot. What state of mind offers the most flavor? Shit. I'm begging you to get it together. Get it. I'm a dog. It's never wrong. Next question. Your classmates are rooting for you, but Ashley is simply stronger than you. You better pick up the pace if you want to survive. When you were a child, your father told you never to forget where you came from. Every day, you meditate on his advice and you draw energy from that place. Now, would be a great time to answer. So, where does it come from? What? Fuck. Oh my god. I forgot how many secret recipes there were. Was this? I thought there was 7. Oh, we gotta skip that. Oh man. I need to just go back to that because let's get ready. Let's go. Alright. I think it's 11. Oh, it's 11. I was right. 11. Oh no, that's wrong. Okay. You try to shut out the noise of the internet and focus on your cooking. What is the sound of success? It's wrong. You should know this oh, this is harder than I thought. I believe in you, Pervy Sage Time. He's actually cheering you on, which would be awesome, except knowing he's watching you makes you totally forget what you're doing. Now all you can think about is Colonel Sanders. How many spoonfuls of gravy would it take to fill tradition? Are you stranded on a desert island with only one desert cookbook? Which do you take? What a hunk. I know, right? You know what? Shouldn't you be focused on the challenge? You're falling. Sorry, I forgot your question. Woof woof. You're really struggling to keep up. At the next station, Ashley has already began plating elements of her dish. It's colourful and complex. To make up time, you toss your biscuits dough into a stand mixer. As you do, the crowd gasps. Yikes! Zabloot! I know you love nothing more than seeing a fellow appliance utilize in a kitchen battle, but sometimes that means sacrificing the personal touch. Brrr. You might not have any hands, but Pervy Sage Time does, and a good chef needs to be touching the dough to know when it's properly mixed. There's an easy way and a hard way. You don't get far by going the easy way. When you hear everyone talking, you realize how serious your error was. You immediately shove your hands into the mixer to rescue your dough before it's overmixed. Pervy Sage Time, no! But you're not fast enough and your hand gets stuck. It's immediately crushed by the quickly spinning beaters. There's no way you'll be able to use that hand for the rest of the match. Colonel Sanders shakes his head in shame. What? You often find that it's easy way you can turn out much more difficult. Everyone stop! What you're doing right now! This battle is over! It can't be, I was so close to finishing my dish. Sweetheart, look at your hand. You simply can't go on. Oh, that's too bad. And here I am with a completed dish ready to serve. Surely that makes me the winner by default. No. It wouldn't be fair to compare the two. On one account, Pervy Sage Time's injury. You see, Sprinkles begin to lick his doggy chops as he locks onto the dish. But I suppose you should at least tell us what you prepared. Well, because I'm the sweetest, I skipped straight to dessert. Oh, that's really good, though. Under the white chocolate dome, you'll find a white area of the lights taking. I was going to ask Pervy Sage Time to do the honor, but since you're injured, I'm afraid that pouring this creamer of a delicate hot chocolate sauce might be too difficult. Colonel Sanders, if you wouldn't mind lending me your strong, steady hand. Colonel Sanders pours the hot chocolate sauce on top of the dome, causing it to melt away, revealing the ingredients hidden inside. Ooh, that looks really good. Inside, you'll find a delicate fried cheese croquette atop a slice of honeycomb, ice cream, 2 ways tender nougat, and pearls of blueberry glee. Colonel Sanders seems intrigued, but perhaps not impressed as he dips his fingers in the chocolate sauce. Simplicity isn't your strong suit, is it, Ashley? Oh, you! As he places a sauce covered in his lips, Ashley leans over and whispers something into his ear. A dab of sauce sticks to his moustache.
You reach out with your apron to wipe the sauce off his glistening face. Colonel Sanders recoils and brushes you back. This goatee isn't just a fashion statement, it's also functional. I was saving that flavor for later. Are you serious? Are you serious? Oh my god. So I can't even touch the guy's mustache. Oh no, I don't remember the competition. No, again. This is difficult. I keep forgetting everything. I'm gonna do it wrong again. I don't know how I got that wrong. Not again. 100cc. I remember this. I think I've got good memory. I got one wrong on this one. I'm trying to do the same one again. Alright, so I know this one is when I go put my hands in the machine. My hand. She does the dish. Okay. Bam. Your rage burns so intensely within your eyes and they burst into flames. The flames cause your eyebrows to catch fire and turn to ash, and they fall off of your face, which means people will have a hard time understanding your emotions for the rest of the semester, perhaps forever. Embarrassed and ashamed by your poor performance, not to mention your crispy fried brow, you run for the quad to be alone. The beautiful weather feels like an insult inside of you. A storm rages. It's Colonel Sanders. He's probably here to tell you that he and Ashley are in love and have decided to get married. And he won't even ask you to cater his wedding because you're a terrible chef and an awful person. You try to hide from him, but he approaches you directly. I know you're hurting right now. Not just from the devastating loss, but from that run-in with the mixer and that small fry. I don't know how. I burned off because I was angry. We should get that checked out. I'm fine. Can't you just leave me alone? I'm a loser. I'm not fit to fill your fryer. I'll never be a what the flip? I'm not fit to fill your fryer. Huh? I'll never be a master chef. Failure is part of life. Not just for you, but for all of us. Do you think I've ever failed? Never failed at anything before? That's exactly what I think. Well, then think again. I wasn't always the man you see before you. Enrolled in culinary school, incredibly handsome, successful, motivated. Yeah, that's what I thought, Mr. Durrell. Well, handsome, sure, I was born that way. But I've walked other paths and arrived at dead ends. I was passionate about life. But I failed an obstruction. I was passionate about justice. But I failed as a lawyer. I was passionate about livestock. But I even failed as a mule handler. That one was especially humiliating. Mules can be so cruel. I lost my business partner to a gunfight. Jesus, this guy's been through a lot. I didn't know. People see my delicate ribbon tie and my fellow kept beard and assume that I've got it all together, which is true now, but it hasn't always been. Sounds like this guy really needs a hug. I resolved that I was going to amount to something. No amount of hours, labor, or money would deter me from giving the best I had to give. As Colonel Sanders changes focus, you can see something ignite inside of him, a burning passion. One has to remember that every failure can be a stepping stone to something better. My new dream is pure. It's honest. It's something that a humble man in a crisp white suit can be proud of. I will create a new chain of chicken restaurants that will bring joy to the entire world and make up for my misdeeds. Yay! Just as your moment grows intimate, you're interrupted by a threatening, shadowy presence. Battle scared from the night before, you prepare for the worst. Borgo! It is I.
I know I said I wouldn't be back, and after the whole fight to the death thing, maybe you don't really want to see me anymore, but I just wanted to say I was wrong to attack you, and I apologize. I know what it's like to having to always look over your shoulders. Monster problems, am I right? Aw, thanks, Borko. I'm glad there are no hard feelings. Getting jumped by a giant creature in the dark of night can really rile a person up. I also want to apologize for the way I switched right into attack mode. Not gonna lie though, I saved his life. That's the reason why he's come back. I thought to myself, he'd be like a, if someone's coming to attack you and in the end he's like a monster, I thought he would transform into something, but nah, he came back to apologize though, so I think it was a good choice I made. I know that you're strong, and cooking school can put a person under a lot of stress. I actually used to go to this school. I wasn't always a spork monster, you see. I thought so. I don't believe it. You were human once? Well, no, I was a golden retriever, but I was still a student until one day some mean kids with a magic spell book cast a dark enchantment on me and I was forever transformed. A magic spell book? Precisely. I had procured a copy for myself, but somewhere along the way I've lost it. If you find such a book, I beg you, respect it. You're a powerful chef and shouldn't rely on such dark and evil magic. No, you should be protecting the innocent from those who would cheat them through sorcery and guile. If you need me, don't fear. I'll be there. It sounds like there are some bad cooks in the kitchen of life. Pervy Sage time. Together, I'm sure we can defeat them. Come back to my hideaway, and we can discuss. A personal invite? You can't imagine what Colonel Sanders' home must be like, but it sounds like you're about to find out. Okay. Stepping inside Sanders' home, surrounded by his things, you start to feel a special bond with him. Look at that. He had a moustache when he was a kid. He had a beard when he was a kid. It looks like you live such an exciting life, Colonel Sanders. Every day can be an adventure, if you approach it with the right attitude. Long ago, I made the decision to never stop searching, never stop working, never stop imagining. Have you been working on any new recipes of your own lately? I am always excited to talk about food with another ambitious chef. Well, there is something. It's just a side dish that I've been tinkering with, trying to find the right balance of flavors and textures. I'm not sure I've nailed it yet, but I'm close. Colonel Sanders' eyes perk up as he starts to wonder what dish you might be describing. It's meant to pair with something spicy or something crispy, both perhaps. Now you've got him right where you want him. Should you just reveal it? He revealed his. You decide that you're as ready as you'll ever be to share your original cooking with Colonel Sanders. Before you can talk yourself out of it, you decide to dive in head first. You reach into your lunch bag for a special dish that you've been keeping on ice all day. I present to you my original coleslaw. Bam! He's going to take my coleslaw. The shredded cabbage dish glistens in the light of Colonel Sanders' luxe hideaway. Magnificent! Together you chow down on the creamy slaw until just a spoonful remains in the bowl. Do you mind if I hold it onto the last bite? I like to have it around so that I can admire its taste later and think back on this moment. Kind of guy. Sure, why not? Please make yourself comfortable. I'll be back in just a minute. You realize that now would be a perfect time to do some snooping? Around the room are various items that you can look closer at. Each item seems to radiate memories and emotions. Tap on an item to discover more about Colonel. Pleasure. An admire a little baby boy crawls across the floor from the goatee. A massage combo he sports. You figure that this must be Colonel Sanders himself. There, look, large urn sitting in a dust plague on it. It's dusty, but when you swipe it off, you can read the inscriptions. Here lies the ashes of all my past careers and business failures. Poor guy. Tap on an item. Can chicken be prepared sashimi style? Tap on an item to discover more about Colonel. The second kindly pick up and try to identify a smell. Power tool, freshly starched collar, piece of wood floating in a lake. Summer of 69. No, it's one of the secret recipe ingredients. It's tap on 9. Okay. You know, it's a very realistic stuff. Chicken. So in the corner, when you pick it up, you realize it isn't just realistic. It's real. Taxidermy must have been important to Colonel Sanders when it was alive.
A little note clipped on the chicken's foot. The true state bird of the great state of Kentucky. Tap on the item to come. Just then, the ghost of a student pops up. Are you thinking about heading out into the world on a quest to avenge my death? Wait, what? I never even learned your name. Why would I avenge you? I could just tell you my name right now. It's... Can't you see I'm in the middle of something? You open the window, a crack, and the ghost of students is swept out with a breeze. You open the door to Colonel Saunders' closet and find a row of his signature white suits hanging within. You take one off its hanger and try it on. The jacket is big for you, but it's soft and comfortable. You give yourself a deep hug, breathing in his scent. They say that home is where the heart is. Is this what they meant? Before you can look any further, you hear Colonel's returning. He has a new dish that he has been working on, and he wants you to taste it. You try to act casual until he asks you why were you wearing his jacket. I don't usually loan those out, but I must say, it does look good on you. Oh crap, the jacket? I think I've developed feelings for you. I might be the... Whoa, what have I done? Oh, man, I got game. Sorry. I might be developing feelings for you too, but I'm concerned. I can't let anything get in the way of my dreams. Overwhelmed, you take off the jacket and run for the door. But the thought of leaving Colonel in the midst of such an emotional breakthrough gives you the pause. You stop yourself. Colonel? Yes, Pervy Sage 10. I honestly think this may be the beginning of something wonderful. I think you're right. We should take things slow. You talk late into the night and drift off into slumber. Dream sequence. You awake to a beautiful morning in Colonel Saunders' hideaway. Did you make the right decision how you respond to Colonel Saunders? Only time will truly tell. Today is the day that could change the rest of your life. You think about the new secret ingredient you just learned about. In some jurisdictions, isn't even legal, but if the recipe is a secret, how will they know? What the hell? Your thoughts are interrupted when Colonel Saunders emerges into the room. He's holding a gorgeously plated breakfast and your mouth waters at the sight of it. Here is a simple breakfast I just whipped up. It's meaty-licious. You taste Colonel Saunders' food and it takes you on a journey. When you return, he's waiting to ask you an important question. So would you say that we're the perfect match? How presumptuous. My cuisine and your taste bud, that is. Flatter him. You know, I think we might make a great team. A single tear begins to pool in the corner of his eye as he gazes out the window. And with the right business partner, I know I can't fail. Business partner? Could he be talking to you? It's all happening so quickly. Overcome with emotion and confused by your feelings, you're on the verge of tears, unable to speak. The only answer you can find is to run out the door and get home. There's still one more day of school, and after all, the University of Cooking School Academy for Learning waits for no one. You get home to find something very surprising. Your best friend is waiting for you. Where have you been? Because I had one heck of a night. I've been desperate to talk to you about it, but I couldn't find you. I got worried that something had happened to you. It's okay, but now that it turns out you're fine, I can finally get you up on the speed on the saga of Miriam. Sure, but you will not believe what happened to me after school yesterday. I went on a date. I think I can believe that. Since I've been partnered with Pop, he asked me to go out with him. Of course, I told him, you'd better harness those wild horses, young man. I'm not that kind of girl. But he was just interested in spending some one-on-one time together and getting to know me. So I said, yeah, sure, I can get to know the little guy. Long story short, he took me to his favorite shush house, but things quickly spiraled out of control. Well, what happened to my lights just came on? I was creeped out. Did she say shush house? As if that's a thing people just say? What is that even referring to? And now, I'm not really sure where we stand. You don't give Miriam time to tell her whole story. However, bottling up the details of your own night is just too much to bear. And I went on a date too, back to Colonel Saunders' house, where I spent the night with him. You what? Nothing happened, but the emotional connection... Wowzers.
Together with your bestie, you feel like you can do anything. When you arrive at school, you encounter your rivals in the quad. You can tell from a distance that they're picking on Pop, though he himself might not quite grasp the fact. Because, you know, he's Pop. What's a swirly? It sounds delicious. Oh, it's great. I'll order you up one right now. Right away. I'll have my swirly with sprinkles, please. Sprinkles is a dog and a treat. You can get your swirly dip too. Why don't you pick on someone your own size? Because I'm literally the biggest person at this school. There is that horse that Colonel Sanders rides to school, but who would dare pick on such a gentle and beautiful creature? You've got some nerve, Pervy Sage Time, suggesting I pick on a defenseless horse. Now you're twisting my words, and I won't have it. You clench your fist, but the injury from yesterday's mixer accident makes you wince with pain. Doesn't look like you can go on cooking like that. Might as well just give up. I'll never give up. Ever. Colonel Sanders arrives just as it appears things are close to boiling over. A naturally initiative person, he senses that something has been going on. Is everyone excited for the final day of school? Pervy Sage Time? How's that hand feeling? I'm sure we'll be back in fighting form for this afternoon. Aren't you concerned about my hands, Colonel? Yesterday, I almost broke a nail winning so hard. Technically, I don't believe a winner was decided, but your presentation was quite impressive. What is he doing complimenting her? But what about the flavor of my delicate, warm, gooey chocolate sauce? It was clear that you're passionate about how your food is received. That's a lot of words to say. It was bland. Excuse me, Pervy Sage Time. I'm more than capable enough to speak for myself. Maybe you could tell me more of your thoughts just as we walk into class, Colonel? This guy's a cheater, man. Look at him. He's hurting my feelings. I'm always interested in discussing the fine arts of fine foods. See you inside, Pervy Sage Time. I don't need this guy. Annoyed by Colonel Sanders' inability to see Ashley for who you know who she really is, you walk across the quad to get some distance. In an attempt to distract yourself from how slighted you feel by the interaction with Ashley, you take out the spell book you recovered yesterday and start flipping through the pages. Whoa, that's that book. It looks like bad news. It's just something I found lying around. It would appear to be some sort of grimoire, but I don't really believe in that magic stuff. A grimoire, like a book of spells? I don't know who would spend so much time decorating a magic book if it weren't really powerful. I can think of one surefire way to find out. You open to a page covered with arcane warnings. Cast only in case of extreme emergency. It says around the edges of the page. I could use the spell here. That says it will erase anyone I choose from all my memories if I scrub it out. If I scrub out Colonel Sanders, it would probably help me focus better on the upcoming final exam. That is way drastic. Couldn't you do something else? Like anything not rooted in dark magic? Maybe tie a string around your finger? Okay, fine. It is drastic, but desperate times calls for desperate measures. You've got a memory erasing spell sitting right in front of you, and you're pretty good at excuse to try it out. What would you do? Would you cast it or you don't cast it? Do I cast it? Don't I cast it? I don't know. Cast it? Don't cast it? Cast it? Don't cast it? Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Catch a spider by the toe. If it do. There we go. You take your friend's advice and put the book away. It's almost time for class. Sprinkles is already in the room, waiting for the students to arrive. He clears his voice to make a quick announcement. I want you all to know I feel something of a dog moment coming on, but I assure you it's nothing to be afraid of. No stops in his tracks. He voices on the window. The room is deadly silent. When you follow his gaze, you see a tiny orange squirrel perched on the cherry tree outside. Sprinkle turns feral and runs out the window of the classroom. He begins barking uncontrollably at the squirrel outside. Terrence, I told you never to come back here. Terrence, I will destroy you. Terrence. Sprinkles is barking ferociously, drooling flying off his face. The squirrel looks over, but he doesn't say anything back. You wonder, is that even a talking squirrel? Who named him Terrence? You'd better not show your chubby cheeks around here ever again. After Sprinkles is satisfied that his presence has been felt by not only Terence, but any other squirrel in hearing distance, he returns to his professional tone. I apologize for the outburst. This actually brings up an important point. Thank you, Pervy Sagetime, for reminding me to dole out of this inspiration of wisdom, you see. But before he can go any further, Miriam's love drama spills over into the class. I told you to save it for after class. But I miss you. We went on one date, Pop, and how can you miss me when I'm right here? Pop's voice quivers as he pleads his case to Miriam. Every time I blink, you go away again. That's a really cute thing to say, Miriam. What happened between you and Pop? I got her in trouble and now she's mad at me. I didn't just get in trouble, I got yelled at by Pop's mother, who blames me for getting him banned from every museum we set foot in. Oh, so that's what you meant by shush house. Pop, we went on one date. We're over. And it meant so much to me that I made this for you. Too hurt to go on arguing, Pop leaves his creation behind and runs out of the room. That was weird. Nothing like a loud public breakup to cast a pall over the final day of school. That's kind of sad though. He tried, you know. At least he tried. Well, that was unfortunate. But we mustn't be distracted from what lies ahead. The final competition, showdown, challenge exam. I'm still working on the title, but I think you get it. Test time approaches. See you all in the arena. But before you can think about upcoming competition, there's a very beautiful soul nearby in need of a pep talk. Hey Mariam, are you okay? Okay, I'm so mad I could smash a tiny mug, spitting several droplets of hot cocoa all over the floor. How could he embarrass me in class like that, in front of everyone? Her tiny cocoa is a delicious treasure, so you know that this breakup is no joke, even if the source of her frustration is such a silly boy. I know that you know this, but I'm going to say out loud, you don't need anyone. Preach! Wait, that's me. Me and you, we're going to cruise through this final test and hit the carpool lane to Success City. Mariam brightens up, imagining the wind rushing through short bangs, but she hesitates to embrace the challenge, the feeling all the way. You're not going to saddle up on Colonel Sanders' stallion and ride off in the sunset without me? Of course not. Well, maybe, sorta, but I'm sure there's a pony out there with your name on it. And a ranch big enough for both of us and whoever else we want to bring along. If it's not Pop or Clank or anyone else you meet today, tomorrow, this whole year, so what? You're a special person who shouldn't settle for the first someone to show a little interest. Anyhow, Mariam gives you a big hug and wipes a tear from her cheeks. I should really review my menu for today. I'm going to make a very special soup. And I bet that Professor Dog is going to love it up. While you were pep talking Miriam, you completely missed lunch. But that's okay, because you had a better idea of how to spend your time before class. Clutched the final boss with the one ring as he died. GG, welcome, Sonic, well done, bro. You've decided to head to the arena early to practice a dish. This is it, the location of your final challenge. A test of will, a test of courage, a test of talent, and a chance to beat the pants off Van, the supposed man, and his evil counterpart, Ashley. As planned, you run through a quick test of a recipe you've been working on. Pervy Sagetime's famous chicken pot pie. After practicing for months, making the dish comes second nature to you, and you're able to quickly get a fresh pot pie in the oven, but as soon as you do, your cram session is interrupted by Colonel Sanders. Pervy Sagetime, what are you doing here? There's still time before the final exam. Oh, just taking it all in. I'm big into visualizing success and looking at my station and picturing victory. The pot pie has begun to bake and the smell is slowly filling the space around you. Visualizing, huh? That's too bad. I was hoping you were here cooking something delicious. You'd usually happily share your food with anyone who is hungry, but the last time you let Colonel Sanders get in your head, it cost you a cook-off. You decide that it's time to put your cooking above your romantic desires, but that decision gets hard to stick to when... Okay, you got me. I'm doing a little bit more than visualizing. I know. My nose can smell a pot pie from 400 yards. That's an oddly specific distance, but you'd expect nothing less from such an oddly specific man. You knew it was a pot pie, but just from the smell? Not just a pot pie, but a chicken pot pie with an all-butter crust. And my nose is telling me something else. Oh no, is it burning? Haha, no! I can smell that it was made with a heaping helping of TLC. If no one knows what it is, it's tender, loving care. But it'll probably start burning any second if you don't put it out. The moment of truth. Wow. It's the best pot pie I've ever tasted. I've always loved country cooking, and I could eat this all day. There's no time left. The final showdown is about to begin. Sprinkle lays down the ground rules. There are no rules, that is, except to cook with everything you've got. You step up for the cook-off of a lifetime. You decide that mac and cheese plus the pot pie you've been practicing are just the dishes that will push you over the edge to victory. Meanwhile, both Van are prepping wildly elaborate dishes per their usual over-the-top selves. Miriam has her giant magnifying glass and several sets of tweezers. She's definitely prepared to go big, going small. Huh? To go big, going small? Okay. Colonel Saunders seems to be harnessing his 11 herbs and spices, but he's trying to find a way to improve on something perfect, his original recipe, fried chicken. I love that's actually trademarked right there. The intensity in the room starts at a full 10 out of 10, with a frenzy of action. Everyone is calling out really cool special cooking moves as they prepare their food. Wow, this is getting serious. Colonel Saunders batters his chicken as it levitates through the air. Egg wash. Marion firstly injects ingredients into an itty-bitty pot of broth. Best fried bastard blaster. Van flexes his precious pectorals as he chops open a sea urchin. Let's rock and roid. Ashley scoops her pastries off the tray with lightning speed. Shallow personality spatula. Even Clank gets in on it. 5-dial pressure point chicken cooking technique. Wait, when did Clank learn to speak English? It's the singularity, as was foretold. We mustn't let it happen, or the appliance uprising will take us all. Self-destruct. Van quickly unplugs Clank and rolls him out of the back door of the arena. As you frankly prepare your dish, you notice Ashley has her spell book out, and she's going to use some dark magic to turn the tide. You've got the book of your own, and you're desperate not to see her win another battle. Should you take this opportunity to fight magic with magic, even if it's almost certainly evil? Cast the goddamn spell. You take out your own spell book and let your instincts guide you to a page you've never seen before. It's a summoning spell that will conjure up a spork monster. Now seems like a good time to add some chaos to the mix.
You have summoned me. Ah, the broom cooking arena. So many fun memories of battling in a place. In my old life.
In your old life? I wasn't always the monster you see. Oh, he was a dog, right? You see before me. Once I was but a student like yourself who attached to this school. Spark. Monster notices the book you're holding. I see what's going on here. Things aren't going your way, huh? Been there, my friend. I tried to cast a spell on my own to imbue my body with the powers of my favorite foods. As you can imagine, things did not go as planned. When spells say only cast in case of emergency, they mean it. I'm kind of a pinch here. Got any better ideas? The spork monster smiles, curls up mischievously. For starters, never cast spells on yourselves. Cast them on your rivals. Just tell me who is giving you trouble and we'll take good care of them. You motion to Ashley, and before you you can think better of this disasterly decision, he recites a spell that turns her into a chicken. Now a mere bird, she flaps her wings and glides off into the produce section of the arena, far from her station. Okay, gotta go, bye! This could be dangerous. You're merely racked with guilt over this act of blatant transformation. I'm gonna try to save her because Colonel Saunders would probably try to chop her up. You turn to the next page and cast a reversal spell. Chicken Ashley immediately transforms back into herself. She's in shock and still exhibiting some chicken-like movements, but otherwise appears to be alright. Is it just me or does the chicken seem remarkably fresh today? Right. Then you realize that Kanasan is with your entire sabotage. He is not impressed. Your heart sinks as you think of how much you might have disappointed him and ruined your chance of any kind of future with him. Having suffered this huge setback, you don't know how you could ever win. I can do this. I have what it takes. I came here to win. Your hair turns mac and cheese orange as culinary engineer flows through your body. My heart is pure, my hands are steady, my taste buds have been prepared their entire lives for. Yes, Puppy Sage time, you are the chosen one, you will avenge me. The power you'd been summoning immediately faded back out. You interrupted my inspiring monologue. Sorry. My heart is pure, my hands are steady, my taste buds have been preparing this entire lives for this moment. I will show the world of my cookery. You begun to levitate off the ground, energy courses through your body. You know that with this power you can do anything except turn back time, which would be super useful because while you were powering up your chicken pot pie overcooked in the oven and can't be served. But don't worry, dear Puppy Sage time, you may have suffered some setbacks, but it all is not lost. Impressed with your fortitude, Colonel Saunders decided that you have earned his support. I've been watching you today, and I must say, I'm truly impressed. Hi, Epoch. Have a good day at work, bro. Appreciate you popping in. You've been thinking on your feet and rolling with the punches. He steps up to the station and stands right beside you. I'm here to help. All you've managed to make is mac and cheese, and time is almost up, so you're going to need it. But Colonel Saunders, what about the test? What will happen to you? What about the rules? Following the rules has never really been my thing. I follow my heart. What a guy. Colonel Saunders unfolds a delicate white towel to reveal the most delicious fried chicken tenders you've ever laid eyes on. And besides, sometimes unexpected combinations can have surprisingly effects that surpass their individual efforts. Are you suggesting if we combine forces, we can form the perfect food union? Time's up, students. With time expired, it's the moment everyone has been waiting for. You must now prepare to present your dishes. A handful of students stand tall, but the class seems incomplete. It seems we're missing some students. Pop, clank. From off screen, you hear a pure and instant giggle that can only come from one student. Hee, I'm flying. It sounds like it's coming from that broom closet over there. Miriam, would you mind? Inside of the closet, you see Pop hanging on a broom hook by the elastic of his underpants. Pop, get down from there right now. Let me guess, did Van have something to do with this? When someone asks for a wedgie, who am I to refuse? I thought a wedgie was a salad. It looks like Pop is eliminated from the challenge, seeing how he didn't cook anything. I can't feel my legs. May I be excused? Sure. You kids and your pranks. I must say, it's not the worst prank in UCS our history, but it's not exactly yearbook material. Wait a second, pranks, clank. Where did that pressure cooker roll off to? You wait to hear a signature word beep or other onomatopoeia, but there's none. Somehow he must have gotten unplugged, I guess. We'll have to figure that out later. That leaves only 4 remaining students. Please collect your final projects. Yes, it has been a long semester. Wow, 3 whole days long. But after days of hard work, the time has come for me to eat. Mariam, please step forward. Now describe your dish. I've made tender udon noodles in a savory soup. That is tiny. That's tiny. My word, it's so delicate. Is that a tiny, teeny Naruto maki I spy afloat in its itsy bitsy bowl? Yes, chef. Please call me Sprinkles. Chef is my father's name. Yes, Sprinkles, and some green tea made from baby tea leaves that I picked myself. Sprinkles carefully sniffs around the dish before opening his mouth and letting just the tip of his pink dog lips dip into the bowl. Sublime. Would anyone like a taste? Oh, come on. I'm not one of those dogs who doesn't floss. I even have a really cute electric toothbrush for dogs. Fine. I'll enjoy it all by myself. And in a flash, the entire meal has been devoured. Not that it took much. It was less than a thimble's worth of soup. A star. A plus. Rarely do I taste a dish with such love poured into it as yours. Miriam is overjoyed. She gives a huge hug. Thank you, Pervy Sage Time, for helping me to believe in myself. Van, you're up. Now describe your dish. I made uni over soothe egg crusted in axe horn urchin shell topped with caviar. Did you skewer one type of urchin with spines from a second different colored type of urchin? Yes, Sprinkles. A bit much, don't you think? That's exactly why I did it. A bit much is kind of my brand. Doesn't it look cool? Sprinkle leans in to sniff, but he can't get his nose close on account of all the spikes. He begins to pour it erratically, causing the custard slosh around. Woof woof. Please be gentle with my cuisine. Grrr. Finally, Sprinkles goes all in, tongue first, but he can't get past all the needles. He rolls back his tongue as it's poked and prodded. Ouch! My tongue! The professor appears to be having an allergic reaction to the sting. I can't eat this. It kept poking me in my mouth. In my tongue. Disqualified. A stunning turn of events. Who would have thought that serving food in a bowl made of needles can make it difficult to eat? Dejected Van does not go gentle into the night. Disqualified for glamour? Don't discount sympathy. This isn't the last you've heard of me. Before forcing us to enjoy a swollen tongue for another moment, Sprinkles graciously laps up a bowl of milk. I know, yeah, I'm a dog and I drink milk. Get over it. Sometimes it helps calm my agitated tongue. Next student, Ashley, it's time to step up. Now describe your dish. I made orange blossom Turkish delight in a light rose water syrup topped with French marine and connected by sugar glass. That looks flipping good though. That actually doesn't sound too bad. Indeed, it's quite delightful. However, I ask that you please refrain from eating it or attempting to taste it in any way. It's very fragile and meant to be a display piece. Don't eat the food at a cooking school? Got toast in your eyes or something, Pervy Sage Time? I told you it's a display piece. Ashley, I must say, it is beautiful. However, this is a cooking competition at a cooking school. Yeah, which is why I cooked it, and it did an extremely good job cooking it too. I didn't realize that we were having an eating exam. If I wanted to be judged on eating, I'd go to a college of eating school for the hungry. Huh? I suppose you could smell it if it's absolutely insisted, but don't breathe too hard. You might disrupt the sugar spiral. If the food cannot be eaten, it cannot be judged. You are disqualified. Rage overtakes Ashley and she finally cannot keep her two-faced routine up. You wouldn't know high-end cuisine if it cooked you. And with that, Ashley storms off to rededicate herself to being the best, but this time without being shackled by trying to be fake, nice, and liked by everyone. This isn't the last you've heard of me, either. If this class gets much smaller, I'll be teaching myself. You and Colonel Sanders, the final cook, step up together. Two chefs. What begun as a bowl of delicious mac and cheese has become something else. That actually looks really good. Not gonna lie to you, that looks really good. He examines it closely, sniffing and eyeing the bowl. Oh, I don't have a good feeling about this. From somewhere in the room, a literal drum roll plays. Just when I thought I've seen everything in this kitchen, you give me this? This thing? And completely blow me away. I'm in my 49 dog years of life. I have never tasted anything so delicious and perfectly balanced. It's so delicious, in fact, that everyone passes the class. You pass, you pass, you pass, and you get a pass. Everyone gathers around and partakes of the mac and cheese bowl. They all seem to transcend their reality into another dimension. You win! Together, you and Colonel Sanders have made a new menu item. The new menu item is so impressive, even the Van and Ashley are drawn back in by its magnetic fragrance. When they gaze upon your mac and cheese bowl, they admit that you are indeed an excellent chef. Sprinkles declares that you have passed. Everyone has passed. There were supposed to be more battles, but come on, how could they be better than this one? Now that the school year is complete and everyone has graduated, the students return for one last assignment: to get their groove on. The cafeteria has been completely redecorated in order to serve as the site of the school's graduation dance. Compared to the massive high-tech cooking arena, the humble decor seems downright cute and cozy. DJ Dog in the house! You knew that Sprinkles was a smarter chef, but also a world-renowned turntablist? Who says you can't teach an old dog new tricks? Van and Ashley tell everyone they've committed themselves to righting the wrongs they did while they were the villains. For a moment, you actually believe them? Not another haunting. No ghosts allowed at graduation is clearly written in the school bylaws. I was never actually a ghost. It was all a trick to get you to finally notice me. Oh, amusing. What that was? What? He did that the whole time? Oh, amusing. And now that everyone is together, it's the Spook Monster. He was totally mellowed out. Everyone, the Spook Monster is no more from here on out. I'd prefer that everyone refer to me by my new name, Party Monster. Soon tries to finish what he said to say, but everyone is too wrapped up talking to Spook. Sorry, Party Monster. Dejected, students walk off. Maybe things didn't work out for Miriam romantically, but she found love in her cooking. And you know she's gonna do great. A red carpet rolls out across the floor of the ballroom. It's like Hollywood movie premiere. You could command such an entrance. It's Pop. He arrived late to the dance, but apparently for good reason. Walking the carpet, you see perched atop his dirty chef hat a crown. Welcome back, Pop. I know you weren't able to complete the final exam and accept your diploma, so we had it mailed directly to your father. We figured it was the least we could do for the school's dean. Oh, now I get it. And we get a new wing of the school. Not to mention the honor of educating the son of the chancellor of such and such. Miriam, will you be my Lady King? What an incredible turn of events. An offer to join the royal family? Yeah, listen, I'll jump to that. It's like a dream come true. You get to be the princess, or maybe a queen. I'm not sure if he even knows, but either way, crowns and gowns, baby. I'm sorry, Pop, but I'm not interested. Not now, at least. I've got so much to do with my life. A twist on a twist. So many more 3-day universities to attend. So many tiny foods to meticulously sculpt and then watch get accidentally blown away by a single sneeze. Okie dokie. The music at the dance is interrupted by the sound of sparking and electrical hissing. It's Clank who has arrived late to the dance. Now that I have graduated, I can reveal my truth. Whoa, he's still doing the talking thing. I am Clank, and I am not of this earth. I am actually from faraway planet in another dimension. What? What? I actually feel like I knew it this whole time. Now that I have learned the ways of your kind, I must return. A portal opens up and Clank disappears through it. Finally, Colonel Sanders arrives. Hey, look at that, he's got a t-shirt and everything. What? Howdy, classmates. Just like the first day you met him, he has come prepared to feed the entire class. However, it's not enough to just give them a bucket of chicken. This time, it's a full meal. I didn't get to be the most famous chicken man in the history of Chicken Man by not reminding people to go out and buy my chicken. The end? Nah, it's not the end. As everyone feasts on their delicious chicken dinner, Colonel Sanders finds you sitting at the edge of the dance floor. Pervy Sage time? What are you doing sitting all alone? Oh, just waiting for the right person to ask me to dance. I wonder, might you tell me what are the qualities that you would expect to find in such a lucky person? Off the top of my head, I don't know. A spicy musk, a tidy goatee, and a degree from the University of Cooking School, Academy for Learning, just to name a few. It is truly my lucky day. Would you dance with me? Yes, I would love to. As you glide across the dance floor, hand in hand with Colonel Sanders, the future stretches out in front of you. And once my 100th franchise is up and running, I'll be ready to take a day off, and I'll be so glad to spend it together with you, Pervy Sage time. What? 100th? Jesus, I can't wait forever. How sweet. We'll work together and play together. Colonel Sanders stops dead in his tracks. Work together? Well, I think this is something I'll just need to do by myself. But who will help you run your restaurants? I don't believe I need help. Besides, based on your time at school here, do you really think running a restaurant is the best path forward? Could it be you found a love connection but failed to earn Colonel Sanders' respect as a chef? Can you live with only half of him? Will you be able to enjoy sharing him with his other love? I suppose I could enroll at pastry school. Oh, my dear Pervisation, I'm sure that you will find your place eventually. And along the way, you will have me by your side. The end. Oh, Jesus, what the hell? What? So confused. I mean, he liked me or he didn't like me. Alright, well, that was done.